Three teams build three useful agents. 6 weeks later, they have three permission models, three eval styles, three owners nobody can find, and no shared way to retire a broken workflow. This is lesson 28 in Claude Code Production AI Agents. We are moving from one good agent to an agent factory, a repeatable way to create, review, operate, and retire agents. Lesson 27 gave us the real cost ledger. Now we reduce cost and risk by standardizing the path teams use before every new agent enters production. The core idea is this: teams need a repeatable factory for agent creation, ownership, review, retirement, and improvement. That means the answer is only one part of the system. The path, controls, ownership, and recovery plan matter just as much. The visible artifact is the agent factory operating model. It has five parts: template, owner, review gate, runtime policy, retirement path. Those parts turn an abstract concern into a concrete review conversation. This part of the visual map matters because it shows the actual moving pieces: golden path, agent template, platform team, life cycle, ownership. If one of those pieces is invisible, the team will struggle to operate the workflow under pressure. Use this checklist before treating the workflow as ready: template, owner, review gate, runtime policy, retirement path. These are not decorative boxes. They are the operating questions that decide whether the agent can be trusted outside a demo. In practice, this example has four parts: agent sprawl, duplicated controls, unclear ownership, policy drift, abandoned agents. The point is to make the agent's work inspectable rather than asking everyone to trust a polished final answer. Score the design against this rubric: template, owner, review gate, runtime policy, retirement path. A weak score does not mean the idea is useless. It means the workflow needs stronger boundaries before it becomes production work. Day two is the real test for team workflows and the agent factory. A model version, tool version, policy update, or team workflow change enters the system. The team should be able to compare the new run with the previous run, inspect the evidence, and decide whether the difference is improvement, regression, or noise. Without the comparison path, the agent may change faster than the organization can understand. Use this implementation checklist before expanding scope: golden path, agent template, platform team, lifecycle, ownership. Each item should produce a concrete artifact, not only a meeting note. If the artifact cannot be inspected later, it will not help during review, audit, or incident response. Block release when these risks appear: agent sprawl, duplicated controls, unclear ownership, policy drift, abandoned agents. A blocked release is useful information. It tells the team where the system needs stronger evidence, better calibration, narrower scope, or clearer ownership before it reaches production users. Before a leader approves wider rollout, answer three questions in plain language. What decision will this evidence support? Who owns the signal when it disagrees with human judgment? What happens if the signal is wrong during a real incident? These questions connect team workflows and the agent factory to accountability, instead of turning it into another dashboard or checklist that nobody trusts when pressure rises. A useful mental model is manufacturing line with quality gates. It reminds us that production work is not about trusting a perfect machine. It is about designing a system that can be inspected, corrected, and improved under pressure. Our worked example is a platform team golden path for internal coding agents. In that workflow, the important pieces are golden path, agent template, platform team, life cycle. The agent can still accelerate the work, but the operating model must make important behavior visible. The build sequence is simple: define what can go wrong, define the signal, decide the release gate, assign ownership, store the evidence, review failures, improve the workflow, repeat. That loop is slower than a one-off prompt, but it is how agent systems become dependable. Use the readiness rubric, template, owner, review gate, runtime policy, retirement path. If a team cannot point to each part, the release is relying on hope. Hope is not an operating model. The common mistake is letting every team invent its own agent lifecycle and controls. It feels efficient because it avoids upfront design. It becomes expensive when the agent drifts, fails, or creates a decision nobody can explain. Let us recap Lesson 28. For team workflows and the agent factory, define the risk, capture the evidence, connect the result to a release decision, and keep ownership clear. Quality should be visible before trust is requested. The lesson learned is this: teams need a repeatable factory for agent creation, ownership, review, retirement, and improvement. A production agent earns trust when quality, risk, and history are visible. Subscribe for Claude Code Production AI Agents. The companion book is linked in the description. In Lesson 29, we look at anti-patterns from the field and the things that should never become agents.